Saw you have to deal with Clowney all day. What's that like?
I felt good, man. It's always good going against competition. Having guys like that makes you better for the season. So, going against him, I feel like he's very similar to Sweat. Good get off, long, strong. So it was a good matchup today.
Did you happen to see Landon's block?
No, I was down blocking, but I heard it, and then I saw him get up and do. I'll have to go back and watch it, but I heard it was good.
What's similar with Sweat and Clowney? What are the similarities?
Just their type of body style. Long, lean, quick twitch, good burst. So,
how do you think the offense did today?
I couldn't tell you, bro. Like I'm sitting back in pass pro. I'm worrying about this guy. I couldn't tell you who caught a pass. I couldn't tell you. We didn't run the ball that much, so I really can't tell you. I don't know who caught what.
If anybody needs Dallas, are you hoping to see Myles Garrett this week?
Yeah, I think Jordan was looking forward to it. No, but he plays some over the right. But yeah, man. I mean, he's the premier guy in the league. So having him and Clowney out there, would have had both of them. It's about as good as you're going to see in the league.
I saw towards the end of practice you and I think Isaac had a conversation with Fletcher. I guess after the offense and defense separated. What was that about?
We were talking about how this felt easier than last year at the Jets. I felt like we were all dying last year when we scrimmaged the Jets. I don't know if it's the weather. I guess the weather's better.
A little bit better.
Yeah, it's a lot better. So I just remember last year being really bad. Today wasn't, as far as the weather, wasn't too bad.
If you had to pick one guy on the team who's going to have a big season, who would you say?
Man, I'm gonna say Isaac.
Why is that?
Coming back from where he came from, with his foot and how he's playing, how he transitioned from the left side to the right side is unbelievable. I feel like he don't get enough credit. The guys, study O-lineman a lot. That guy's he's a special guy to play next to. So I'm looking forward to him having a big year.
Lane, with the run game and the number of schemes you guys use, who kind of takes the lead on that? Is it a little bit of each coach, or is it Stout sort of leading the way?
Yeah, Stout's gonna be jerking up the chain. Shane's gonna be jerking up the chain a little bit, but I think they did a good job. I feel like trying not to reveal too much. I feel like with the arsenal that we have, the receiving group and the tight end group, we can spread the ball around and then hopefully complement that with the run game. So. As the season goes, I guess we'll find out what our identity is. But right now, I feel like we're pretty. We've been throwing the ball a lot, but moving forward, I feel like it'll balance out.
Last year, when Jalen started to be a big part of the run game, and you guys kind of took off in the second half, were you forcing defenses into more single high coverages? Did they get more predictable with kind of how they had to play you, or did you just find they kind of did what they did?
Yeah, I just find it. It was hard for them to contain Jalen. I think the most frustrating thing for him is if they have everything, manned up or covered up, and he can scamper for 10, 20-yard gain. That's very deflating, and then. Having a quarterback that's mobile like that, it does change up the pass rush sometimes. So guys are sometimes, like the Saints last year, I think they were told not to break contain. They don't want Jalen getting outside the pocket because, a lot of his plays are made outside. So it's just, trying to scheme guys differently.
What's that like for you when he breaks the pocket? You kind of sometimes find out later than everyone else?
Yeah, I find out later. Sometimes if he's on my side, I try to let go, make sure it's not a holding call, and then I just kind of watch and hopefully he gets the first down.
What did you notice with A.J. Brown, just kind of how he fits in with everybody now that he's been here for a while, kind of his chemistry with guys in the locker room?
He's a beast. Works his tail off. Great guy in the locker room. I know he's young, but he's a tremendous leader too. So, I'm backing him. Today, like I said, I don't know who caught what, but I'm sure he probably had a big day. But he's been making tremendous plays really all camp long.
Do you get the sense that these joint practices will probably be the extent of how much the starters do in the last two preseasons?
I think so. I think tomorrow we may even ramp it up even more, maybe more plays. So just trying to get really like a scrimmage. And then I think even next week, I think we may even ramp it up even more. We're going to Miami, has to deal with the heat, but really try to get the play number up and, get it used to, I guess, to the rep count of a game.
In your 10 years, which joint practices did you find prepared you the most for the season?
I feel like today was a good one. Just the guys I'm going against. Last year, I felt like the Jets was like the toughest that we've had just because of the conditions. Their D-line was pretty salty, but I'm trying to think of the ones that we had. We've had with the Patriots a bunch of times.
The Dolphins one year.
Oh yeah, the Dolphins. Yeah, when they had Sue and Cameron Wake. Yeah, that was a nice camp for me and Brandon Brooks. So yeah, I do remember that one.
That's good year for you guys too.
You're aware, obviously, of the Deshaun Watson decision today,
Yeah.
and you were out there with him on the field today. How does all that strike you?
You know, the NFL made their decision. You know, it's a big part of controversy, so I'm staying out of it. But you know, it is what it is. So that's what I got to say about it.
Were you guys told anything about?
No, not told. I remember seeing it in the TV before coming out to practice, so I didn't really get too much into it. But they did have it in the all we plays like NFL Network on the screens there. So
You mentioned Sweat a little bit ago. What's it been like watching him over the last few years get as good as he has?
yeah, I remember like 2 or 3 years ago. I think I was telling you all, I said, man, I think this guy's going to be a good player. He keeps up his consistency. He just has that quick twitch and that burst. You know, he can. A lot of the good pass rushers have power and can set up things off of that. So he does that. So you know, I'm pushing for him to have a big year. BG's man is running around like he's in year 5. I don't know what the hell he's doing, but he ain't never had a bad day. So man, I look up to BG and Fletch and those guys, man, leading the way. So shout out to them.
Excellent.
Thanks,
All right,
man.
guys, we got Fletch.